Hello everyone and welcome back to Tales of Xillia Remastered with Chaos Counseling. And happy post-Christmas holiday, whatever you celebrate. Good, just happy feels is what I'm getting at. Yeah, I did not stream as much as I had intended for this long break from work because I got horribly sick on Tuesday. And yeah, and I mean, I was feeling better yesterday. Well, better enough yesterday, but yesterday was Christmas here in America, so I didn't stream yesterday. But, yeah. Last time on in Tales of Xillia, we learned a bit more about what the antagonists we were working against wanted, why they wanted to kill Mila. We entered a tournament, and they attempted to assassinate Mila by killing everyone in the room, by poisoning the food. Alvin and ran off. We're not sure where he is, and then Mila's disappeared, and we're not 100% sure where she is, so... Anyway, let us continue.
Oh, Isla, good morning.
Good morning. I heard about your close call yesterday. You people sure are lucky.
Yes, but all those other people weren't.
Of course. What a terrible thing for me to say. Forgive me.
Excuse me, have you seen Mila?
Well, this is the first time we've really spoken, isn't it? She's not with you?
It seems like she went off by herself.
Don't I know you from somewhere?
Are you perhaps acquainted with Miss Elise here?
Elise? No, I don't know her. I have an errand I need to run. I'll see you later.
I don't remember this.
What was that about?
But then again, I have not
we should
played
get
this
back to
game in
searching
over
for
a
Mila.
decade, so...
If Exodus catches her alone, she could be in trouble.
Hey, Mila's not like you. She's one tough cookie. It's not Mila who's holding us back.
What is that supposed to mean?
Come on, quit playing around. Let's get back to the search.
Oh, right.
Mila!
Hey there.
Where have you been? We were worried sick.
Sorry about that.
You too, Alvin. Next time you storm off, tell us where you're going first.
Simmer down, kid. Besides, looks like Elise wants to say something.
Okay. Interesting segue.
I think that Isla might know something about me.
Why do you say that?
She took a long look at Elise and went pale as a ghost.
She dashed off like she was all scared of us and stuff.
I see.
If we spot Isla, we won't let her get away this time. We'll ask her what she knows, okay? Okay.
Hey, shouldn't you folks be hightailing it to the arena?
The tournament's gonna start up soon.
Hey, we can't be late for our own tournament.
We'll be disqualified if we don't make it back in time.
Is that really so bad? Weren't you thinking of forfeiting?
A wise woman once told me that hesitation is a common human failing. We must keep moving forward, even when the path is uncertain.
Ah, I suppose so. Thank you.
How did you know we were tournament fighters?
Why else would you be here? Outsiders are either combatants or spectators when it's tournament time.
That's just common sense around here.
I mean, fair.
Why'd you ask them that?
Sorry, something just clicked in my head. Let's head to the arena.
You gonna share, Jude? Oh man, the mutton seller lives rent-free in my brain because he's like the cabbage seller from Avatar. There's someone calling for fresh mutton in every city on repeat.
We heard the bell. What's going on?
Oh, thank the spirits you came. The tournament committee suddenly voted to hold the finals, and they've decided to revert to the late king's rules.
The late king's rules? You don't mean...
I'm afraid I do. A fight to the death.
Bullshit.
I didn't mention it before, but the old rules also mandate that fights be one-on-one.
What'll we do?
Well, we still need those wyverns, so forfeiting is not an option. But this is still very peculiar.
Why would they revert to an older set of rules?
Wake up and smell the poison coffee, kids. It's pretty obvious this is a plot by Exodus. The people trying to snuff you out.
Are you sure?
Oh,
Is it okay
damn
for you to say this?
My way of thanking you.
What are you talking about?
Alvin is working for Exodus.
What? You're kidding me, right?
I wish I was. They've been having me do odd jobs for them.
Don't tell me the poison was...
That wasn't me. I almost choked down some of that stuff too, you know. I don't know who was behind it either. I worked for him, sure, but it was always small fry stuff.
Just tell me one thing. Can you promise us you'll never work for them again?
Yes. You have my word.
Good.
Were you privy to Exodus's plans?
Yeah. I mean, I heard some things. They hope to change the rules for the finals, and use it to kill Mila. Even if you win, they have a backup plan. They figure you'll be worn out. Easy pickings for their snipers in the cheap seats.
How dare they stain our proud tournament with their foul tricks? This is an outrage.
Their plan is a house of cards. If any one of you fights as the champion in my stead, the whole thing collapses.
Oh, good thinking.
Still, I'll take their bait. Anything to drag them out of hiding.
Are you nuts? Why?
It is far too dangerous. I cannot allow you to risk your life just to bait Exodus into the open.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Mila's gonna die!
It looks like Jude agrees with me at least.
You want us to take care of the Exodus agents in the stands. That's your plan, right?
Exactly.
Are you serious?
Normally we have no way of knowing when Exodus will strike. But now we have a time and a place. It's a logical plan.
If we don't strike now, they'll slip away and find time to prepare a new plan. There's no guaranteeing that one won't be even more devastating.
You're really going to enter?
The pride of your clan is on the line, isn't it? We both get what we want.
You really are something.
Very well. So we're left with no choice but to ensure that everything goes right. Your strategy must succeed.
Correct. Let's go.
Mila, let's give Exodus a taste of their own poison.
Agreed.
I do wish this game did have a dialogue history option, just because that one line of dialogue was much shorter than I thought, so I accidentally skipped the next line. And I have... Yep.
First up in the ring, the Guitar Clan champion! Tragedy nearly put an early end to the tournament yesterday, but cooler heads prevailed with the tournament committee, so today the finals will go on! To ensure that everything will be conducted fairly, we will fall back on precedent and use the late King's rules!
Because that makes a load of sense.
Wait a minute!
What? He didn't channel that.
And with that kind of power, could it be?
Pyrex!
I can hear the spirit's cries. We're too late again.
No! Stop! Give him
Sweetheart!
No! Wait, Elise!
What's going on, Leia?
Everything's going
Someone
wrong.
kidnapped Tipo! Elise just went after them!
Wow, it's almost as if doing this was not a good idea. Just saying. It's like, look, I understood the logic, but
Just one-on-one!
you realize if they would go out of their way to set up to force the Late King rules, they are
They
not
weren't
going to
after
be playing
you.
fair.
Their target must have been Tipo all along. There weren't any snipers in the stands either. I didn't know, I swear.
Then it's up to you to save her.
What? Do you mean you're testing my loyalty?
I'm
Well,
counting on you to do this.
Well, to be fair, you've already openly backstabbed us once,
gonna
and
run
now
amok.
you just admitted to
blame
working
me
for
if
the
it goes
people.
Is he going to help Mila?
Perhaps there are no snipers in the stands after all.
Let's go then.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't think she is. She is.
Just Leia?
Exodus captured Tipo. Elise and Alvin went after them.
Good heavens.
Here we go!
Yeah. Let me refresh myself on my arts since it's. That is definitely one downside. I know I've kind of mentioned this before, but I do think it does bear some repeating. That is one downside about playing a Tales game. But, you know, streaming it versus just playing it every day for fun. So I'm playing other games. Is I sometimes for. So I have to keep reminding myself, I'm like, what are my combo setups, if you know what I mean? Especially in this one, that there is a lot more to the whole, because we have to do all the link. We have the link darts.
Provide support.
Let's go! Let's go!
Not bad.
But at the same time, you know, oh well. Still great game. Still great combat. It's always great to be playing it, you know? Okay, only we're allowed to use gels. Actually, all joking aside, I actually, as annoying, that is one, I do have to kind of give some props to the villains in this game, is the villains, and there are several points in the game, especially during the final boss fight, where
Is my mission.
they actually use, like, pretty extensive healing arts. Hell, the final boss fight, you're fighting two people at once, and one of them can freaking auto-resurrect once in the fight, so.
Amazing! Is this a victory for the Ketal clan?
So, it's very clear they wanted the combat in this game to be as good and engaging as possible, and I'd argue they succeed.
Any idea where Alvin and Elise ran off to?
I sent members of the clan after them, but I've yet to hear back.
Let's go look for them, too.
Hold on. We know they left the city. You won't have much luck finding them if you're not familiar with the area. Let us locals handle this. We'll find them. Just promise me you'll wait here until we do.
Very well.
Okay.
I mean, he's got a point, honestly.
This is taking much too long.
You don't think that Alvin turned on us?
How could I have let Elise leave her seat like that? If I had just noticed sooner.
It's not your fault, Leia.
But
We found their trail.
Where does it lead?
We were too careless. They've gone into the royal hunting grounds.
Where is it?
It's a forest near the city that kings have used as their private hunting grounds for generations.
Private
It's a sprawling,
hunting
primeval place. The Katarl clan looks after it.
Thank you, Jurgen.
The hunting grounds teem with dangerous monsters. Please be extra careful.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what's so important about Tipo. I mean, because obviously Tipo is not a he's not a normal doll. He is something powerful, but I genuinely don't remember what Tipo's deal is. So yeah, I genuinely don't remember why Exodus was so dead set on getting him. Mirage Blitz. I see ghosts. Missed, they right in front of me, missed, and forgot I still needed that one. Okay, let's see. I don't want to lose either of those. Soaring Vortex is used a lot, and I don't want to lose. Steel is used a decent amount. Don't want to lose that. Because that one's not great, but it's light-based, and it combos with Mila. Swallow Dance is not bad. Rising Falcon, Palm Strike. Yeah, we'll
Our foes in the arena used arts without casting them. Is that Spyrix technology?
It is. But there are many types of Spyrix, which can employ different amounts of mana. The Spyrix we saw in the arena is at a far lower level than the type I encountered earlier.
To command that much power at even a low level is a terrifying concept.
And unfortunately, a reality. Even worse, such power was obtained from murdering spirits.
Again, I absolutely love the dilemma, I guess, the stakes, because again, like, I don't feel this is a spoiler. It's not like it's going to be revealed later that, you know, JK, no, Spyrexes don't actually murder spirits, and Mila's been fighting a war that's, you know, not legit or whatnot. I'm like, no, that is true. The Spyrexes are killing spirits. But what changes is our understanding about why people are so dead set on using them, because it could have just been a simple motivation about, you know, people wanting to take shortcuts, you know, like so many other stories and the like, if you know what I mean. But no, they actually go the extra mile and make it a lot more nuanced than that, and I appreciate that. Like, again, I want to be clear, I have complaints about Xillia, or at least I did when I first played it like 14 years ago. However, it is important to note I was like still... Wait, no. Yeah, the game came out 14 years ago, but I didn't play it right away because Abby and I weren't married 14 years ago, and I didn't play this until after. Point is, I was a lot more harsh on this game when I first played it over a decade ago. But because I didn't enjoy the last 3 Tales games I'd played, being Abyss, Vesperia, and Symphonia 2, I kind of went into this game in some bad faith. I will 100% admit that I went into this game in bad faith. I still enjoyed it quite a bit, but there are certain elements that made me like it less than I probably would have normally. So I am happy to be revisiting and realize just again just how good it actually is. Let me think. What else? Xillia. First played this. Because again, I still don't personally consider this like. I consider the best Tales game to still be Berseria. I've said that many times. I'll keep saying it. You know what? Actually, maybe I would put this. I really, really, really hope that they remaster Abyss sooner rather than later, because I need to give that one a revisit, because I also went into that one in bad faith. And that's one that's often listed as the best Tales game, and yes, putting aside my bad faith recollection, I still personally think that objectively, Berseria is still better. I will say that that Abyss tackles probably some more complex ideas. I will admit that one of my biggest complaints about Abyss is that I personally didn't feel that they tackled these more complex ideas very well. But by the same token, maybe some time away from it will... Yeah, sorry, I don't remember what's Dragon Shot doing here. Oh yeah, I didn't know that. Oh yeah, Dragon Shot's literally just an uppercut. I mean, it's not bad, but yeah, I'm gonna Mirage Blitz. If for no other reason, it's yet another thing I can combo with Mila, which means I'm gonna get way more mileage out of it. Also, hi Muffin. Sorry, I apologize if I missed you there. I was messing around with art selection. But I'm doing pretty good. I'm finally, you know, feeling well, I finally woke up early enough to get well, I'm not going to get a super lengthy stream like I tried to win, but still. Yeah, finally recovered enough from food poisoning that... Yeah, that kind of sucked, is that I got food poisoning on the 24th of December. No, on the 23rd of December, and then still had it on the 24th, and had lingering effects on American Christmas Day. So, I want to be clear, I still had a good holiday with my family, but definitely not as good as it could have been, all things considered. Oh well. the fact that I actually got, like, I have, like, a 5-day weekend, that is, at my current job, I'm like, that was freaking unheard of, working at my piece of shit hospital job that I used to work at, where I wouldn't even usually get weekends off. So, you know what? Actually being able to be home with the family, it's still good, regardless of how sick I felt. So, I'd say as a whole, I'm doing pretty good.
I did it!
Yeah, especially since for Christmas I got the Sonic the Hedgehog cookbook, and honestly, because like I've gotten like themed cookbooks from like games and book series and whatnot in the past, and like one in particular I got, it's like my favorite book series growing up, and honestly it's still one of my favorite book series, is the Redwall book series. Very important to me as a kid. Most of the recipes in there were kind of gimmicky, honestly. And I mean, don't get me wrong, since almost all of them are vegetarian meals, since pescatarian meals is what I should say, since that was kind of something, like, even though most of the animals in Redwall are omnivorous in the book, something that just a stance that the author took is like, no, because these are animals, they don't eat other intelligent creatures, which honestly is fair enough. That's fair enough. But for whatever reason, it's like, you know, birds and whatnot were considered intelligent, but fish were not. So, and fish and like shellfish weren't. So it's like, oh, it's totally okay to eat those. But point is I'm getting at is a lot of the food in that cookbook was kind of gimmicky and bland. So I didn't have much luck with that, but like the Sonic the Hedgehog cookbook, some of the stuff looked really damn good, and I'm like, okay, I need to absolutely 100% make these meals ASAP. Let's see, I tried showering today. It was really difficult because I can't get the cast wet. Anyway, also I've never had a chili dog. Love to try to make chili dog one day. You know, the thing with chili dogs is, to be clear, I'm actually not the biggest fan of chili dogs. Mostly because, hello Shock, how's it going? Mostly due to the fact that thanks to restaurants or fast food restaurants like Wiener Schnitzel, chili dogs have kind of I mean, don't get me wrong, there are days where I'm like, I just want to eat a piece of shit hot dog, and Abby and I go get Wiener Schnitzel, but chili dogs can often just kind of be bland, gross, kind of just junky garbage food, if you know what I mean. But if you can get a good chili dog, oh, how you enjoying Pokemon Legends ZA? I actually beat the main story yesterday myself. It was fine. Just fine, in my opinion. The chili dog, just a hot dog with chili. Yes, it's exactly that. And that's part of the problem, is that the baseline for a chili dog is so bare bones, if you know what I mean. Most people, at least here in America, don't put that much effort into actually making a chili dog good. Like, there are exceptions, absolutely. Well, that's good you're enjoying it. But, like, just, it's kind of something similar to, like, spaghetti and meatballs. Yes, I know spaghetti and meatballs is Italian in origin, but spaghetti and meatballs and is often a very cheap meal to make here in America on a budget for families. As a result, a lot of people are like, heck, there was one time I went to an Italian restaurant and I actually got spaghetti and meatballs just because it sounded good. But a lot of people are like, why would you get spaghetti and meatballs at a restaurant when that's just something you can make at home? I'm like, you know, because honestly, I just wanted freshly made spaghetti and meatballs with freshly made spaghetti sauce, if you know what I mean. But again, chili dogs, hot dogs. I don't know if I want to go out and buy a chili dog unless I'm going to the Sonic Rush, but otherwise I'd make one. No. If you're going to get a chili dog, just make your own. It's gonna taste better than anything you can get in a restaurant. Also, spaghetti meatballs when done well is so yum. I agree. And again, because like there was a while I couldn't eat spaghetti and meatballs again because one thing that because spaghetti and meatballs was often a meal that I would eat when I was in a poor college student because my mom would take me to Costco so I could use her Costco membership so I could stock up on food for the semester or for the month or just for whatever. So one of the cheap things we'd buy a bunch of spaghetti noodles, canned marinara sauce, and the big bags of frozen meatballs. And I would just eat that a lot. So just for a while, I really lost the taste for spaghetti and meatballs. But again, that one time we went to that restaurant and I hadn't eaten spaghetti and meatballs in years. And part of me was like, this used to be one of my favorite dishes. And you know what? I kind of want some nice, homemade spaghetti and meat. I think you kind of get what I'm saying. So I ordered it and it was quite good. It's just, as I was saying, spaghetti and meatballs, like chili dogs, are often considered like some of the lowest common denominators when it comes to budget food that Americans can make on a budget. That most people aren't willing to put any real effort into it because most people aren't really willing to. Because most people it's just spaghetti and meatballs. This is a low effort meal or something like that. So you almost never get good spaghetti and meatballs, good chili dogs, and Rogue make a slowpoke time night. Yeah, yeah, I liked that. I want to be clear. There are definitely I do love a lot of the gimmicks and mechanics in Pokemon Legends ZA, and the Rogue Mega Evolution was a fun boss fight. Oh, I know what you meant. I knew you meant Slowbro. But yeah, that's part of the, ironically enough, if you're going to actually go out to get a chili dog, and I mean, don't get me wrong, it just depends on the part of the and again, I'm speaking specifically if you're an American. Depending on where you are in the country, if you're going to go out and eat a hot dog, you're actually much better going to a hot dog cart or a hot dog stand if you're in a city that has those, rather than going to a dedicated hot dog restaurant or ordering a hot dog from a restaurant, since normally people who have hot dog carts are people who are, well, they might not have other avenues of employment, but they are passionate about their food. Spaghetti meatballs is one of the easier ones to make if you want tasteless ones. You don't got to put some effort if you want to make it good, but otherwise spaghetti and meatballs are my favorite to cook. I picked Totodile. If you're asking me which starter I picked, Shock, I picked Totodile. Since Totodile was... I mean, honestly, Totodile was my favorite starter, period, for years. Ironically enough, until I actually played Heart Gold and Soul Silver, and just... it really put into perspective how... because, apparently... I actually didn't know about this until recently. There was some balancing issues. Muffin's favorite Pokemon is Torchic. Torchic's a good one. There were balancing issues with almost all the Generation 2 Pokemon, in that, at least in terms of competitive viability, which I don't really have a problem with. And if you're just playing casually, Totodile's still great. But the problem is that in Gen 4, there was a game for the Wii called Pokemon Battle Revolutions, which was basically just Pokemon Stadium that was on the N64. For those who don't know, those were games that let you take your Pokemon from your handhelds and fight them on the TV, which, again, at the time was kind of a big deal. It's not that big of a deal now, but at the time it was. But Pokemon Battle Revolution, I mean, I'm sure Pokemon Stadium did too, but we didn't really have an N64, so I didn't really get much personal use out of Pokemon Stadium, but I digress. Pokemon Battle Revolutions had a bunch of, like, challenges and whatnot you could do with your Pokemon. So, and it was compatible with Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, and then Heart Gold and Soul Silver. So I had 2 files, one using my Pearl team and one using my Heart Gold and Soul Silver team. And despite the fact that I used Lugia in my Heart Gold and Soul Silver team, I noticed that I actually was having a way harder time with my Soul Silver team than I was my Pearl team. And it kind of occurred to me that a big part of it was my Empoleon was wiping enemies and my Feraligatr was struggling hard. So that's something that did kind of shatter my love of Feraligatr. Well, combined with the fact that the way Feraligatr moved in that, because something people have been pointing out is that the older Pokemon, once they, you know, have been translated into the 3D sprites, they can sometimes look a bit janky because they were designed to be flat 2D sprites, not 3D models. So they don't always translate the greatest once the, you know, series, you know, got into 3D modeling. So it's like Feraligatr ran in such a goofy way I couldn't take it seriously. But Empoleon moved, like, its movement was smooth. It looked good. I know that's a stupid thing to care about, but I don't know. I was still a teenager at the time. But yeah, nowadays I do have a hard time pointing to what my favorite starter is. It kind of just depends on the day of the week, if I'm being perfectly frank. Because, yeah, a lot of times it's like, oh, my favorite starter is, sometimes it's Chimchar, sometimes it's Piplup, sometimes I'm feeling more Sprigato or Grookey. Sometimes I'm feeling Bulbasaur. But yeah, I think I do have a hard time picking what my favorite starter is now. So I believe I can safely say my favorite water starter is Piplup, with I think Froakie being a close second, followed by, I would say, probably still Totodile. Because, like, yeah, he was knocked down, but not by too much. And then for grass, this also kind of depends on the day of the week for me. Because there are some days when it's Grookey, and there's some days when it's Sprigato. And yeah, I don't know if I could genuinely, definitively pick one, because I like both of them as so much. I think just as of right now, and I'm letting the fact that I definitely enjoyed Scarlet and Violet more affect me, I think as of right now, I prefer Sprigato to Grookey. Albeit, okay, I like Tepig. I mean, I hated Tepig at first, but he has grown on me quite a bit. Right, because this is Alvin and this is Elise. But yeah, let's see, Sprigato and Grookey, because I think on their own, like, okay, if I was going to just go off their evolutions, I would say Grookey in a heartbeat, no questions asked. But I don't like that Grookey's monotype the whole way, whereas Sprigato, I like that it becomes part dark. But if you're going just purely off how they look,
footprints,
Grookey would win. Well, then again, okay. I take it back. It's a 3-way battle between Bulbasaur, Grookey, and Sprigato. I will say I think I do consistently come back to Venusaur a little more. Or Bulbas, you know what I mean.
Around, but be careful.
And as for fire starters, it's I flip-flop between Cyndaquil, Litten, and Chimchar, and occasionally Scorbunny. I think I more consistently go to Cyndaquil and Chimchar, though, if I'm being honest. But my absolute favorite Pokemon for a while... Did you collect one of the 3 Pokemons from the lab? Yes, I did. I picked Charizard. And, I admit, I don't 100% know why I didn't go with Bulbasaur, because that's usually my go-to. I think it was because I've used a Bulbasaur as so much. Yeah. I think my thought process was I've used a Bulbasaur so much that I wanted to do something different, and since I already had a Totodile, I didn't really want to pick a Squirtle, you know? So that's why I went with Charmander. And then...
I will fulfill my mission, no matter what happens.
Because, yeah, I ended up... My final... I mean, okay, I used, like... I raised up, like, 14 different Pokemon that I'd rotate between. But, like, my final party, I'm like, okay, I want to use one starter of each type. No, I mean, I think that's another reason why I picked Charmander, is I needed a fire type at the time. So, and plus, I mean... and I mean, Bulbasaur is one of the really good ones in that area. But I also was like, oh, I can get all the Kalos starters. One of the, Kanto starters, early on, plus the starter you get at the beginning of the game. So I thought, you know what? It's been a while since I've actually done something like this. I'm going to have a party that consists of one starter of each elemental type. That was fun. So yeah, my party ended with me having my Totodile, well, Fraligator, but you know what I mean. Fraligator, Chestnut, and Charizard. Which, again, is kind of funny, because I actually really hated Chestnut. Like, I used to absolutely loathe Chestnut. And honestly, on its own, I don't like Chestnut very much. Like, that's just the honest truth. But I will admit, the Mega Evolution does a lot to help sell me on the design. What would happen if I transferred over my Eternatus? I don't know, other than you'll never get it back. Because that's one big complaint people have about Legends ZA, is that if you transfer, you can't transfer Pokemon out of it, and if you transfer Pokemon to it, they're stuck there forever. So I wouldn't recommend doing that. But that's also part of the the Mega Evolution definitely did a lot to kind of help change my mind on Chestnut, but it also kind of solidifies further why it's like it would have been better if we had gotten region variants instead of megas, because at the very least, yes, region variants are not always accessible in every version of the game, but they are permanent Pokemon that exist now that aren't dependent on the game you're playing, just happen to... You don't have to hope that they just include megas in them, because again, megas disappeared for a while. And Pokemon like Greninja suffered because of it. And and Dynamaxing is gone, so Pokemon like the tortoise Pokemon that's a clear homage to Gamera, I forget its Dreadnought, are suffering because of it, because it was designed to be able to Gigantamax. But if they had just given these different Pokemon, you know, region variants like they did with Arceus, I'll send it to myself over Pokemon Home, even if it gets stuck there. Okay. Again, just as long as you're aware. But yeah, it's... Because if they had just given them region variants like they had done in Arceus, that could be like a permanent way of revitalizing Pokemon that just weren't that good originally, you know? And I mean, I know a lot of people pointed out that they technically tried to pump new life into, like, Samurott and Rowlet, but their new versions weren't that good either. And, you know, fair enough. That's fair. Fair enough. But by the same token, it's like, it still gives them more utility than they once had. Oh, did I not get... No, I didn't get... no, I didn't get to it yet. Never mind. Okay, all is well. I might give myself a gun and water fight. Nothing wrong with that. But yeah, it's like, sure, Hisuian Decidueye is not better than regular Decidueye, but at the same time, now Decidueye has a unique utility because it got a region variant, you know? Same thing with Typhlosion and Samurott. Again, they're not necessarily better than what came before, but they are something unique now that they can do. And I just think, because, like, can you imagine if like, there was some possible, they were fake, leaked Regent variants of the starters of ZA, and honestly, I really wish those were real, because, it would have made Fraligator a water poison type. It was still going to make Meganium a grass fairy type. And I think Tepig was possibly going to be made... it might have stayed a fire fighting type. I don't remember exactly. But basically it looked like a chef. Which I don't think that was what the final Tepig Mega Evolution looked like. I don't actually remember. Or the Embor Mega actually ended up looking like. I don't remember. But again, it would have been something new to play around with, you know? And I really wish they had just done region variants. Again, I know it's set in Kalos. That's the area with Mega Evolution, so realistically they need to do something with Mega, because, again, that's the gimmick. And I mean, to be fair, firefighting's not a bad typing. It's just because we'd had Blaziken, Infernape, and Tepig 3 in a row, it was just a little frustrating by the time we got Tepig, if you know what I mean. Especially since, comparatively speaking, Tepig didn't learn any really great fire or fighting moves. I can't... Oh, you can't? That's unfortunate. Like, again... I don't actually mind, you know, like, now that enough time has passed since Black and White came out initially, I'm over the Embor hate. Like, it was, yes, it was not completely unjustified, because again, 3 gens in a row with a firefighting starter, that's just, or any Pokemon, that's unfortunate. That was a lot. Like, it was a lot. Especially when you consider, in many respects, fighting is probably one of the most reoccurring second types for starters, because we got Blaziken, we got Embor, we got Infernape, we got Chestnut, we got, oh, I forget its name, the Fabulous Duck from Paldea. He isn't shown that. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Am I forgetting any? Let's see. Sword and Shield, everyone was monotyped, so Sun and Moon, we had a Dark starter, a Ghost starter. Yeah, so none there. Hisui and Decidueye was made part fighting. So that was another one there. Let's see. X and Y, I already said Chestnut. Yeah, so it's one of the most reoccurring starter types. Now, on the one hand, there is actually something to be said about that, since fighting, it was one of the more niche types at the beginning. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's hella useful against normal types, but there wasn't a lot of... I will be the first to admit that historically, fighting types, I don't remember... I didn't think fighting really became like a super good type until Hoenn. And even then it was more because of... It's because that was when they introduced Blaziken and, to a lesser extent, Breloom. Like, those were the first two fighting Pokemon I ever really remember using. Because, I mean, sure, I used Machamp as, like, a strength HM slave in Gen 1, and... No, I taught strength to my Feraligatr in Gen 2, so I didn't use it there. Hitmonlee and Hitmonchan were, like, super niche. So while I definitely had them in Gen 1, never used them. And Hitmontop was garbage.
Age breeds greater experience.
But yeah, it really wasn't until, like, we got Makuhita, Breloom, Blaziken, that fighting started being a type I was paying more attention to. But something I really wish we would get is, I wish there were more flying starters. I get it, Charizard's super popular, and since he's the starter who gets a flying dual type, they're like, we can't take it away from one of our most popular boys. And I also understand why we can't have, like, a grass starter that's also part water, because then it's like, it would invalidate the water starter, if you know what I mean. So I understand that, you know, you can't have grass, fire, and water as a second type for any starters, and that's fine. That's not a complaint. But it's a shame we've never gotten a bug starter or a ice starter. Like, you think an ice, because ice is probably the one Pokemon type more than any other type that really could use some revitalization in some ways, and I'm not 100% sure how. I understand why we've only ever gotten one Steel type, because especially with the introduction of Fairy, Steel became way more broken. But I don't think we've ever gotten a Poison, a dual type with Poison, which I think is just a bit of a shame, because again, with the introduction of Fairy, they've definitely seen a useful revitalization, but I still feel they could do a little more for it, you know? Because in terms of, like, Fairy killing, it's still probably not as universally useful as Steel, because Steel at least is sturdy as fuck, if you know what I mean. But yeah, Ice definitely needs some love. It'd be cool to see, like, a bug starter, you know, a bug starter. I mean, there are so many aquatic insects out there. I would love to see a water bug starter. But then again, I admit, bug is... I'm not even joking. It is my favorite type in Pokemon. Like, don't get... I think it's just because there are so many of my... Like, my favorite Pokemon is Volcarona. And so many of my other favorite type Pokemon are also bug types. And like, don't get me wrong, I don't always make it a point to have a bug Pokemon in my team or anything like that. But at the same time, I consistently have more favorite Pokemon that are bug than any other type. And admittedly, for a while, my favorite type was Steel, or Dragon, and because, like, I almost always used an Aggron or a Flygon for a brief period for a period of time. Like, I realized I overused both Aggron and Flygon so much that I actually stopped, kind of made it a point. I'm like, I'm not going to keep using these Pokemon because I've used them so much. I want to branch out, you know. And that's actually why, like, my favorite Steel and favorite Ground type Pokemon got replaced with Excadrill. Because, again, I wanted to do something different and not just use the same Pokemon over and over. And lo and behold, I gave Excadrill a shot. And, well, I also got Excadrill as my starter in a Nuzlocke that I was doing, or an Egglock. So me and Jessie, Abby's sister, for those who weren't here who didn't watch the channel before 2020.
For a lovely lady such as yourself.
We did a couple like competitive Egglock on X and Y. Basically, what we did is that we bred a bunch of Pokemon and eggs, mixed them up in the box, and then we'd play Nuzlocke rules, but when we caught our first Pokemon, we would then trade them out for random eggs. And those were the Pokemon we had to use in Nuzlocke. And my starter was a Drillbur, and I just had a really good time of it, to say the very least. So yeah, Icy, but yeah, when it comes to favorite Pokemon, like I said, my absolute favorite Pokemon of all time is Volcarona. Another Pokemon I absolutely love is Frostmoth, albeit I admit that Pokemon does kind of suck. I love it, but I admit it does kind of suck. Vespiquen, another one of my favorites. Scizor, that one is low-hanging fruit, I know, but I thought Scizor was badass as a kid, and I can't help it. Heracross, easily one of my favorite Pokemon. I still will frequently use a Heracross in many instances. I do try to not use it all the time, but if I've got, because like I used a Heracross in Pokemon Legends ZA, but it wasn't on my final team. It was, like I said, I basically raised like 14 Pokemon and rotated between them. So when I got to like the end and it was time to like challenge the final boss fight, I didn't end up using my Heracross. Partially, but admittedly that was more due to the fact that I had that Chestnut, so it kind of had the fighting coverage covered there, you know? Yeah, love Heracross, Volcarona. I know it's a terrible Pokemon, but I've always had I have a major soft spot for Yama. But that's just because dragonflies were my favorite insect when I was very little. I have a soft spot for Ledian, even though I've never used one. I have a major soft spot for Vivillon, and that is one thing that does bug me about Pokemon Legends ZA, is that Vivillon doesn't really have access to... Well, I say it doesn't really, but every Vivillon you evolve normally in the game will always just be the pink variation. But there is a Spupa you can get from a specific quest, and that is the only Spupa in the game that will evolve into the blue Vivillon. And that just bums me out, because the fun of Vivillon for me was the fact that it took what region you were living in into account, and it would evolve into something different. Just how, like, real animals do have different, you know, genetics in different parts of the world. So, but still I have a soft spot for Vivillon. I love Mothim. Love that Pokemon a lot. That probably is one of my favorite of the moth/butterfly adjacent Pokemon. Besides Volcarona, of course, but I digress. You know, Butterfree and Venomoth are absolute classic Pokemon. So I'm just going through my yeah, no, I am at this point, I'm literally just going through and naming all of my favorite bug Pokemon, and you can't stop me. I think it's called Vikavolt, the beetle, electric beetle. Really like that one. Like I said, I don't remember, like, after a certain, I think it's like after Generation 4, there are just too many Pokemon, and I just didn't have time to invest in the Pokemon games after Gen 4 as I did when I was a wee kid. Because Generation 5, let's see, Black and White came out in 2011. I was in college when that game came out, when those games came out, so I was no longer a wee kid, just, you know, being like at home with their DS, just pouring countless hours into them anymore, because just, again, I wasn't a wee kid anymore. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I absolutely played, because again, I was still a poor, broke college student, so any games that I had, I absolutely would still play the fuck out of them. But yeah, I'd play the fuck out of them, but didn't necessarily mean that I had all the time in the world to dedicate to them as I once did. Feels weird taking Beast off, but it's not a art that can combo with Mila, and it doesn't have any elemental backing, so
Let's see what they got.
let's see. Well, that doesn't combo with Mila either, and not that impressive. I'm gonna put Beast back on, and if I need fire advantage in a fight, I'll just throw it back on.
Ruination phase! It's not working. Please provide support. Let's go. Roger. Seven fate. Please provide support. Windblade. Symphony. Let's go. Roger. Launch wall.
I will fulfill my mission, no matter what happens.
I'm drawing a blank on if there were any interesting bug Pokemon introduced in Sword and Shield. Like, legitimately. Oh, wait, yeah. Mothin was introduced in Sword and Shield, but that's the only one that really stands out in my brain. Then Scarlet and Violet introduced low kicks, which, I mean, I can't necessarily say I love per se, but at the same time, let me phrase it. I love low kicks' design. Don't really like it as much as a Pokemon, because, I mean, again, you could say the same thing about Mothin and Pavilion, that I love their designs, not necessarily them as Pokemon. But at the same time, I feel Mothin and Pavilion do have some more interesting secondary typing to make them more interesting than what Low Kicks has. But still, I can appreciate it. Oh, and I guess Cleavor was introduced. Was kind of introduced in, I mean, it was introduced in Arceus, so it wasn't technically in either, you know, Sword and Shield or Scarlet and Violet, but I think Scarlet and Violet was the first, like, normal Pokemon game you could actually get it in. Don't quote me on that. But I only remember being able to get it in Scarlet and Violet.
Alvin, pull yourself together, Alvin.
He's dead.
The gang's all here. I thought this was up to me.
I mean,
I'll heal you right away.
Elise? What should I do?
What's wrong? You appear unhurt.
And look, T-Bow's here too. Glad you're okay.
Hey, let's play. But first, give me a name.
Huh?
Hey, let's play. But first, give me a name.
What's going on?
Hey, let's play. But first, give me a name.
One of the Exodus agents ripped something out of Tipo, and that's all he's been saying since.
So he really was just a machine all along. A toy.
A toy?
Yeah, a stuffed animal designed to move and talk by itself.
He wasn't a toy. He was my friend.
Alvin, what happened to the Exodus agents?
I killed one of them. The other gave me the slip.
Good work.
What about Tipo?
If we can get back whatever they pulled out of him, maybe he'll go back to normal.
When did the Exodus agent leave?
Ages ago.
Then the trail is cold. Trying to retrieve whatever they took will be a waste of time. We need to get moving.
it's not a waste of time for
Couldn't you
Elise.
do both? Can't you help?
Yeah.
If you wish to search for Exodus, I won't stop you. But that means we'll have to part ways.
Very well. Let's get back to the city.
Yeah. It's a little... That's technically harsh for Mila, sure, but I get it. It's hard to be completely mad at Mila because she
Saved
is
by
just
Rowan
being
once again.
practical.
Yeah, I don't even worry about enemy spirit arts anymore.
No, I'm just honored that my old geezer tricks could be of use to you.
You really are one handy geezer. I feel like we youngins ought to be bowing our heads in thanks.
Oh, we should.
Thank you, honored elder.
Oh my, no need for
Oh
that.
dear,
This
seems
is
that
getting
the
a little
problem of
embarrassing.
skits
Very
playing
well then, I'll simply pat you on the
in
head.
the wrong order is
You
still
did
a thing.
Mila?
Because it's very
Rowan isn't
clear
a
that this is
child.
set to
That takes me
play
back to my youth.
after you
Such happy
clear a
memories.
certain number
I'll
of
keep
objectives
doing
with
my
hearts and
best.
whatnot,
What?
and doesn't
Actually
factor into
working?
where it places in the story. So that is, like, for the record, I like the skits in Tales games. I feel that they're a great way to get extra character out of everyone. Wait, no. I want... But I can admit they have problems of playing... of where they play, you know? Because, again, they just kind of play... one... Because this was another problem that Abby and I had with Tales of Arise, is that... because it kind of had similar things of skits playing when, like, conditions were met without factoring in where things were in the story. The main character, Alfin, his behavior was beyond inconsistent. Well, that, I mean, even taking that out, Alfin's behavior was super inconsistent in that game. But yeah. At least in this case, it's more funny than anything else, because for the most part, I would argue that the behavior and characterization of the cast in this game is very consistent all around. So, when we get bits like that, it's more a and then move on rather than a let's move on, you know? Yeah, let's just grab these. Well, why not? Yay, revive. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we come back to this place. That's why we basically only went like halfway in, and then it's like we gotta head back to town. But the way I see it, we're already here. We might as well just fully explore it so that if we don't come back... Oh. Nice. Oh, that's very nice. But it's like we're already here, so let's just grab everything in case we don't come back. And even if we do, we now don't have to go treasure hunting. We can just, you know, come back and then beeline it to our destination. You know, save some time if there is a revisit in the cards, you know. there... Oh, that really looked like I should be able to climb up and down on that. Alright.
Energize.
Let's fight.
It's not working. Shoot. Let's go. Roger. Wind blade. That's one. Igneous crop.
This won't stop me. Protect me, okay? And bring fortitude. Barrier.
Look out.
There's more?
Let's go. Igneous crop. Fireball. Strike. Now. That's one. Roger.
Please keep them away.
Ruination fangs.
Is fighting the only answer?
You know, I understand, like, Jude's sentiment, how he's like, he's just saying he wishes there was a way that, you know, this could have been resolved without killing or whatnot. And I don't in of itself have a problem with that. I just also admit that just anytime he says that, I'm just getting Mega Man X7 flashbacks.
Here we go.
And just the lousy voice acting. Why must Reploids fight one another? I've had enough violence. And yeah, if you're giving me Mega Man X7 flashbacks, that's never a good sign.
Let's go.
Roger. Ruination fangs.
Go, Tipo! Sharing is caring.
Let's go.
Roger. Final hit.
I did it.
And by the way, if anyone is unclear why you never want to invoke the feelings of Mega Man X7, just type into the Google or into YouTube Flame Hineyard and you will understand. Just for the record, you will not thank me for typing in Flame Hineyard. You will just understand. In fact, to be perfectly frank, not only will you not thank me, you might actively try to hire an assassin to take me out as revenge, but you will at the very least understand.
Keep your guard up.
Go, Tipo! Sharing is caring.
Try one.
Go, Tipo! Protect me, okay? Sharing is caring.
Hit. Let's go.
Go, Tipo! Sharing is caring. Energize. Energize. Show our skills.
Let's go.
Roger.
I'll cover you.
Strike.
Let the inferno in.
Watch out!
Demon Fist. That's one.
Roger. Final hit.
Please keep them away.
Let's go.
Wings. Let's smash them. I'll help out.
Attack.
Please keep them away.
I'll cover you.
Open the covenant of darkness.
Let's go.
Roger. Final hit. Attack. I will fulfill my mission, no matter what happens.
I'm right there with you.
What?
Get back!
That was framed pretty terribly, not gonna lie. Oh, good, it's you.
My apologies if my pets frightened you. I had to sick them on some poachers.
Zhao?
What brings you lot here? I see you finally returned to this place, child. You remember it, do you?
What's he talking about?
This is the lab where the little lady was raised.
The laboratory has been abandoned for some time, ever since we had that intruder.
I take it that intruder was you, Alvin?
Women's intuition, huh? I was investigating the boosters they were making here.
What? So it was you.
What's a booster?
A gadget developed by Azul to ramp up the mana generated by the mana lobe. Elise is actually holding one right now. Tipo. The Spud's apparently a third-generation booster.
So, you're just a gadget, Tipo?
You have named me Tipo. Pleased to meet you.
A booster reads the mind of its owner and speaks aloud his or her thoughts.
So all this time, Tipo was just saying what's on Elise's mind?
That's not true. Tipo was talking on his own. Tipo, you might be a machine, but you're still my friend, right?
Nope. I'm just a machine, Elise.
No! You're my friend!
Nope. You are mistaken. I'm just a device that verbalizes your thoughts.
Elise, I'm sorry.
Tell us, big guy. Where are lonely little Elise's mommy and daddy?
They are no longer with us.
What?
When you were just 4 years old, your parents were attacked by a bandit and murdered.
I'll never see them again. Not Mother, not Father, not even Tipo.
Hey.
I know how bad this must. You still have your parents and friends!
As if these people could ever understand how you feel. Elise, wait!
Ugh, damn poachers again.
Hold on. Why was Elise at this laboratory?
Well, she was brought here. Sold, really. There was this woman who would gather up orphans and take them to the laboratory. What was her name?
I don't suppose it was Isla.
Yes, that's it. Isla.
A poacher of children, you might say.
Bitch.
I have no right telling you this, but please, never let that child be alone again.
Zhao's a weird one. I don't like him as a whole, because he is abusive towards Elise. That's the honest truth. But he's interesting because
How bad is your wound?
Well,
he does
I
still
failed
in
the
his
job I
own
was
way
sent
care
to do,
for
and
Elise.
Now you guys are here. The wound to my pride might be mortal.
And now you've betrayed Exodus too.
Yeah, well, don't worry about that. For all you know, I might have even staged all that.
You're just the traitor type, aren't you?
Yep.
Even the
just
game's
who I
calling
am.
out just how much he's the
regardless,
traitor
Thanks for risking your life for
archetype
us.
in this game, you know? Want to be clear, I don't...
My. You really are the honor student type.
Yeah?
I don't
just who I am.
necessarily mind if the traitor character is blatant. It has the unfortunate side effect of potentially, and in my opinion,
I don't
does make
understand.
Jude and Mila
What did
look kind
Exodus
of
take from Tipo?
dumb.
Alvin?
because
Answering that would
they
violate the
do
mercenary
let him
client
betray them
privilege,
too.
but
That's why I feel
whatever.
Alvin is
I
the
imagine they
weakest
swiped
link
his
in this
data
game.
memory. Basically,
I even
boosters
remember
need a
back in the day, I
compatible
felt that
partner, and they said they'd
Alvin
never seen a more compatible
potentially
match than Elise
ruined
and
the whole
Tipo.
game.
So I
Now,
bet the data Tipo recorded
he
is gonna
doesn't.
be a
I
big
was
deal in the world of
overreacting,
booster
but
development.
But what does Exodus want with boosters when they already have Spyrex?
Sorry, I don't know the answer to that. But we do know one thing.
Indeed. It certainly can't be
he's
anything
still
good.
not. He's definitely not as bad as Yuri from Vesperia, but I do still feel, because, like, just as an example, in Tales of Symphonia, Regal, in my opinion, is the weak link character. Oh, hold on, we're backtracking. There's a cutscene I can engage with down there. I don't want to miss that. In Tales of Symphonia, Regal and Presea are kind of the weak link characters, in my opinion. If you guys disagree, you've played the games, totally fine. I just feel Regal... Problem with Presea is she's so... Because she's stripped of emotion for such a long time, it takes a while for her to really start growing as a character. She's more there just as an... She's more there as, for lack of a better word, a prop to help emphasize what could have happened to... to emphasize what could have happened to Colette. And, yeah, I don't know. It's just... And then Regal's kind of the same thing. He's just... He joins so comparatively late. I mean, don't get me wrong, Symphonia is a massive game. So it's not like he is devoid of development time. It's just the cast is bloated and he's the last one to join. So. But again, he doesn't hurt the game. None of the characters feel like... No one feels worse by his presence. You know what I mean? And then in Tales of Berseria, the weak link is Rokurou. And honestly, Rokurou's a bit more egregious for being the weak link character because he's like one of the first companions you get. But he's weak just because he is... his motivations are deliberately simple. So it's more he just stands out due to the fact that everyone else has more to them than he does. But again, he doesn't hurt anyone else's narrative. Now, obviously, given the fact that Alvin's the traitor character, arguably, I should be comparing him to, say, Zelos from Symphonia, since Zelos is the traitor character. And yes, don't get me wrong, Zelos is kind of blatant in several moments about him being the traitor character.
That was probably my fault.
But
they abandoned
the reason why I still put Zelos like over Alvin, because his blatantness isn't as blatant. Like, it's made kind of obvious to the players at several points. But to the characters themselves, they never fully realize he's the traitor until he openly admits it. Now, you could argue that does make them dumber for not picking up on what he's up to, but still.
Gibberish. You can imagine my surprise when I first saw Elise and Tipo and Hamil.
So you knew who they were all along?
Come on, don't get upset. My booster job was long done by then. No conflict there.
That's not the issue here.
Apparently not. What is the issue here?
Let's change the subject. What exactly was your job at the time?
Kinda feel like I'm being interrogated.
We'd just like to know you better.
Fine, fine. At the time, I was working as your escort. You're the one who hired me, remember? Come on, don't look at me like that. Hey, I'm a professional here. I take the work, I do a good job, and I move on. How did that become a strike against me? No breaks?
It became a strike when you openly admitted that you were working for the people actively trying to kill Mila, and you were still taking jobs from them or still had contact with them after you started working with us, you know?
Let's go! Roger. Nice job. Wind leg. Now, wind leg. Roger. Ruination phase! Tidal wave! Aerial fire! Judgment gate! Shot! Lightning strike!
Here we go. Finish them off.
Shot! Hit! That's one! Roger. Final hit!
Is fighting the only answer?
Hostiles! Huh? Hostiles!
Keep your guard up.
Onward! Attack! Look out! Not bad! Look out! Demon fire! Tiger blade! Final damage! Provide support! Roll forward! Look out! Water is the key! Look out! Look out! Now!
Lovely. Thank you.
Please provide support. Final damage! Nice job! Look out!
Stay on guard.
Look out! Go! Roger! Final
I did it! I won't let...
Never stop improving.
Don't stop me now. Don't stop me, 'cause I'm having a good time, having a good time. You know, one thing I do want to just kind of quickly acknowledge, just because as much as I have mixed feelings about Vesperia, I do actually miss Carol's stupid arts names, because, you know, we got all these, you know, arts with like super dramatic and cool sounding titles like Full Moon Cleft or whatever, and then just having Carol's nice aid smash was just like,
How is she doing?
I understand
She's
why
fine.
I didn't like Carol when I first played that game, because of how
Well,
edgy it
as
was and he
fine
just
as can
wasn't
be
cool.
expected, given what she's learned. Anyway, this place is dangerous. Let's get back to the city. So what's the deal with that giant guy and Elise? Is that her stalker or something?
What's a stalker?
It's like when someone's super obsessed with everything you do and follows you around.
I see. So you would be Jude's stalker, for example.
What? Mila, how could you?
Doesn't it seem like that man knows the truth about Elise's past?
Zhao seemed very concerned about Elise's well-being, but I don't know why.
Zhao, you say? I've heard that name before.
He might be a warrior of some renown. He has a remarkable talent for controlling monsters.
Interesting.
Hold on. I need to read this real quick. Sorry, give me a second. This is important. Alright, I may have to pause again, depending on if and when. It's not my usual friend who I occasionally get messages from while live streaming, but the friend was having a very serious crisis and needed advice ASAP, so I needed to respond to that. Again, I don't want to sound too dramatic, but no, I mean it when I say that I needed to respond to that.
Something on your mind?
Huh?
You haven't been yourself since we spoke to Zhao.
Yeah.
I heard you followed the bad guys into the hunting grounds. I was worried.
Well, it was an eventful manhunt, but we made it back in one piece.
I'm so sorry you all got dragged into this. What a horrible coincidence.
Isla, you can drop the act.
What do you mean? I really was worried about you. Why would I lie about that?
Jude, what are you saying?
I'm saying it was no coincidence we met Isla. Remember what those locals told us when the bell rang for the finals? At tournament time, any outsiders are either combatants or spectators.
Right. I recall what she said when she came to help us.
You folks don't look like you're from around here. What brings you to town?
No one here would need to ask that. Not at tournament time.
Isla, that's not true, is it?
They said you'd never find out. They promised, but I had no choice in the matter.
They blackmailed you, didn't they? They know your secret.
Your former occupation.
They asked, wouldn't it be a shame if Jurgen found out? What happened to the girl breaks my heart. But I had no choice back then either. Please don't tell Jurgen.
He doesn't know.
How could I tell him? He's a good man.
But it's all in the past, isn't it? Your fiancé should know these things.
You're a woman. How can you not understand this? I'm damaged goods. If he found out about my past, he'd leave me. I finally found happiness with Jurgen. For once in my life. Please. Don't tell him. Please.
I doubt I'll ever understand human love. It has so many rules and conditions. What should we do, Elise? You decide.
Me? Why do I have to?
This woman's actions affected you far more than us.
There's nothing I can do to make it up to you. But please, forgive me.
I just don't care anymore.
Elise is all alone now, no matter what you do.
Mm-hmm.
We better try to find Jurgen. We need to talk to him about the wyverns.
What's wrong, kid?
Isla said there was nothing she could do to make it up to Elise. But did she actually try? Is there really nothing she can do?
Isla is the only one who can answer that question.
Hey, sounds like they allow wagering at the Shandu Coliseum. Want to give it a shot?
Leia really loves to gamble.
Count me out.
That's surprising. You seem like the type who would enjoy that sort of thing.
Gambling's a big thing in my hometown. I've seen it go wrong time and time again.
Oh, come on! We'd just be doing it for fun.
The folks who lose their shirts all start out saying that. It's the first rule of betting. If you're just goofing around, don't gamble. If you want to gamble, don't goof around.
So, in other words,
Only gamble when you're willing to stake everything.
Exactly.
Little dramatic, don't you think?
It really
If you really want to
isn't.
play, I'm not going to stop you. Just some friendly advice.
Alvin sure got serious all of a sudden.
maybe we should take his advice.
Yeah, let's skip the gambling.
Maybe I should pay a quick visit.
A visit to where?
Oh, did you overhear that? It's nothing. Just an acquaintance who lives here is all.
Who's this?
My mother. She's not doing too well. I don't have a father or any siblings, so I have Violet look after her when I'm not around.
Well, hello.
Hi.
It's nice to see you, Balin. Slipped out of your house to come play, did you? What a shame that Alfred isn't here to play with you now. Where did that boy go off to?
What is she talking about?
Leticia, Alfred's away at boarding school, remember?
Oh, yes, that's right. That poor boy must be crying his eyes out. He's so shy, and he always gets so lonely.
Don't worry. He sent a letter saying he's fine.
Oh, yes, and that he'll come home for his next break. I promised we'd take a trip on the big boat when he does.
I know. Alfred said he can't wait to go.
You know what he said in his letter? He said he hoped that I wasn't crying. Isn't that funny? He's such a kind, thoughtful boy.
Being away from our hometown has been tough on her. And my dad dying didn't help. All she talked about was how she wanted to go back home to the house we all lived in. Maybe she's happier now that she's forgotten all about that life.
Oh,
You've been doing all this for your mother?
Yep. All these dirty jobs, it was all for Mommy.
Okay, I
Touching
forgot
tale,
about
isn't
this
it?
being a big part of his motivation.
You don't have to be like this.
Spare me your sympathy. It's all rotten in the end. It's enough to drive me crazy myself.
Okay, I didn't remember this. This helps a decent amount to alleviate my frustration with Alvin. It doesn't negate it, because it does help.
Got something to say?
Listen. You know that I was an orphan too, right? If I hadn't gotten involved in that line of work, I never would have survived my childhood.
In other words, don't say anything to Jurgen.
Also, I don't want to look after Leticia anymore. And I want you to tell Exodus to leave me alone.
I'm afraid I can't do that. Only Exodus can make the medicine my mother needs. And you're the only doctor shady enough to prescribe it.
I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go straight.
Sorry. But I think it's a fair price for keeping my mouth shut.
How could you? All I want is to live happily with Jurgen.
Yeah, but he still did some pretty terrible stuff.
As long as he doesn't find out about your past.
Yeah, they're both pretty terrible. Look, I know she technically didn't have a choice growing up or whatever, but...
All done.
She isn't actively attempting to make life.
Yeah, she's a big old crybaby.
But she's not actively taking steps to try to make things better, you know?
If you're so worried, go console her. Comfort the poor, tragic princess.
Is that gorge? Library. Is there... Do we have a map? I don't remember if we have a world map. I feel like we should. Yeah. Hold on, I need to look this up.
All these statues seem to be of great warriors from eras past.
So when I get super strong, you think they'll make a statue of me too?
Please select the map option. The main menu. What are you talking about? In the main menu.
Remember that beautiful woman I saw you speak? Carla? How odd that you never bought... do you want... What's this? There's someone you want me to meet.
What are you talking about? Access menu by pressing this. Blah, 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 blah. menu. Find. What are you talking about? I cannot find this world map option anywhere. Are you fucking insane? You fucking lying to me? Because seriously, I just want to look at the world map, so...
Are you okay?
No.
You shouldn't push yourself.
Okay, but how do I access the fact? Sorry, now something else is saying there is no world map. Like, but there's a fast travel map. Like, okay, how do I access that? That's something I've actually been genuinely curious about.
No sign of Jurgen.
I hope Elise is okay.
Something has been troubling me about these booster devices. Do you remember the experiment Noctigal was conducting at Fort Gondala? Might that have been a test of the booster's capabilities?
You're suggesting Rashagal already has booster technology as well.
That would be a logical conclusion.
That's not good. Even kids like Elise are strong if they have boosters.
If both countries were to wage war with booster-equipped soldiers, it would be a catastrophe unlike any the world has ever seen.
Would they really risk having such a destructive war?
Noctigal might. He seems convinced that he could actually win.
Especially since he has the Lance of Kresnik.
Oh, here you are. Isla told me you were back in town. I'm so relieved to find you safe.
Thanks.
Are the wyverns you promised us ready to ride yet?
Yes, but there's a hitch. Now that we're on the brink of war, we can't fly the wyverns without royal permission. For that, I'll need to head to the capital, Canbalar.
Hey, maybe we should warn the King of Azul how ugly things will get if war breaks out.
The king does seem pretty popular. Do you think maybe he'd fight alongside us?
Whoa, hold on. This is a war we're talking about here, not a tavern brawl.
I'd like a face-to-face chat with the king myself, but for a different reason. I want to ask him for the truth behind the laboratory. It's crucial that we meet the King of Azul. We'll head for Canbalar right away.
Okay. I'll get my things together.
What does Mila mean by the truth behind the laboratory?
Apparently, Elise wasn't the only kid they kept at that place. Lots of other children were brought there too.
Did Zhao tell you that?
If the king truly wishes to protect his people, he'll give me the answer I seek. If he gives me the wrong answer, I'll remind him of his duty. I'll make him swear to never resort to such methods again, by any means necessary.
Good idea. Let's go pick the king's brain.
Well, to be fair...
Oh, I just remembered. All our luggage is back at the inn.
Let us go fetch it.
I don't know if the current King of Azul was the one who did the experiments, because they said the late king's rules or whatever. So it's very likely this king could be, because again, I know who the king is, but I only kind of remember, I don't remember if he was involved in those experiments or not.
I'll catch up with you in a bit.
Alvin. You did well back there.
Yeah, sorry. I need to use the restroom.
Well, I was
so I'm trying to get the other cutscene so we can take a quick break.
Faith, oh hallowed
Because, yeah.
Never a dull moment.
Soon enough, I'll have to prepare myself to...
Huh?
I am strong enough to destroy the Lance of Kresnik as I am now, without the Force power.
Wait, you sure it's a good idea to...
They would likely not survive.
But I thought the 4 great spirits couldn't die.
Eventually, new great spirits will appear. But they will be a different 4, with different wills.
So that means the 4 great spirits that you know, the ones that were always with you, they would just disappear?
A spirit's personality and memories are unimportant. What matters is a spirit's existence itself. Still, I doubt the 4 will forgive me for this.
You really care about all spirits, don't you? Not just the great 4, but the lesser spirits too.
Not just spirits, humans as well. To me, all lives, human and spirit, are equal and precious.
Let's head for Canvalar.
Okay. We're going to take a quick 5-minute break because I need to use the restroom. But then we'll be right back. weird. Oh, well,
Do
let's
you
get
ever
into it.
think about Nia Kara?
Ivor will protect it in my absence. There's no need to worry about the village's safety.
Oh, I wasn't asking about that. What I meant is, do you ever get homesick?
Oh. Sometimes I do miss the purity of Nia Kara air.
Well, if you ever want to go back, just say the word.
It seems that Exodus has slipped through our fingers.
There's nothing we can do about that now. They must be as desperate as we are, given their behavior.
And what do you intend to do about Alvin?
If we send him away, he'll only follow us. And we can't neutralize him by force without risking our own lives. Therefore, the safest solution is to keep him where we can see him. Besides,
That's
for
fair.
good or for ill, that man has the power to change the circumstances of any situation. That is not a power to be dismissed lightly.
Nor is the wisdom of the Lord of Spirits.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. Where was that sub events? Bermea Gorge. Sorry, was it an investigation skill or an examination art? Who has the examination art? Technically, nobody does. But there is stuff we can view here, so let's check it out.
It doesn't seem to be operational anymore.
You know, these devices look a lot like the ones we saw in the Laforte Research Center.
Yes, they absorb mana and transfer it elsewhere. Definitely a similar design. They must have been trying to create something by mixing human mana with lesser spirits.
You mean like that butterfly atrocity?
No. I suspect that was a side effect of a failed creation. Most likely, the lesser spirits they were using went out of control when we intervened.
It's frightful to think that such a powerful monster could be an accidental result of a failed experiment.
Wow.
What is it, Elise?
I just can't believe we all jumped from such a great height. We could have died.
That's very true.
Hey, you're the one who suggested we all ride down here on your channeling circle. I mean, you knew it was going to be okay, right?
I wouldn't say new, exactly.
So you staked our lives on a hunch?
Suddenly, I'm more scared now than I was back then.
What's the problem? It did work.
Indeed it did.
You two scare me more than this machinery does.
Me too.
Okay, there's another... Okay, we gotta get up to that, I guess. It's fine, we can climb up.
Let's go! I'm ready!
Now! How unfortunate. That's one!
Roger.
It's not working!
I'm ready!
Aerial fire! Judgment gate! Onward! Right, Earth! Hey!
Yes. I say that worked out very well.
However, since these are going to be weaker enemies, let's use a holy bottle. Though how do I climb up again? There is the way to ascend. Oh, right there. Right in front of me. Yeah, I don't remember these icons indicating where extra scenes will play out being in the original game. I think that was put there to make things easier for doing the side content, which, again, you could make the argument that it is taking away the incentivize to explore and figure it out for yourself, and that is a completely valid criticism. Like, I am not saying their inclusion is strictly a good thing. But as a guy with limited time who doesn't have the time to just revisit every area and explore every nook and cranny, I appreciate it. Like, if I was a small child and played this game, like this was my first Tales game like Symphonia was, I personally think it'd be a bad thing. I mean, sure, it's great as a kid to be able to get the full experience, because again, hell, my first playthrough of Symphonia, I did none of the side content. I just was kind of used to just going where the game pushed me towards, because, yeah, sure, I played games like Zelda that had side content or whatever, but again, for a narrative-driven RPG, which Symphonia was one of my first, if not my very first, I'm like, well, the game story is telling me to go that way, so that's where I'm going to go. I'm not going to stop to look around. That defeats the point. Because, like, yes, I had also played Final Fantasy I, at least the remake on the Game Boy at that point, and yes, it is still a big JRPG that is plenty explorable, but the game doesn't push you as hard in certain directions because, well, it's the first Final Fantasy game. I'm not saying that it doesn't have a story, but the story is not necessarily as deep or intricate. It's there. I'd argue the story in the first Final Fantasy game is more window dressing to the gameplay.
Do you think this is a good enough spot to use that spirit climb examination art?
Sure. Looks good to me.
It seems ideal, in fact. Here, allow me.
What, that was it?
Correct. All the art does is summon lesser earth spirits to record change.
It sounds like it could take a while before.
So it's both boring and...
That's just how science is.
That's not the stirring denial I expected from our honor student.
Whatever.
The spirits have done their job. Let's go back to Sherrilton.
Cool. Sherrilton, you say?
We should report back to the naturalist and Cheryl.
I still don't fully know what everything that you have can be used for, so I don't necessarily want to just go trading willy-nilly, you know? It's nothing personal, like, at all. It's just...
We used the art in Burmia Gorge, just like you asked.
Wonderful, thank you. Now I can document the connections between my Sherald.
You know, I find it pretty hard to imagine that human spirit arts could affect.
I used to think so too. But Burmia Gorge's spirit climb. Some scientists even believe that Fenmont's expanding night climb may be connected.
Wow,
It's only a hypothesis, but it's worth.
I agree. It would be great to learn.
Jude has a real affinity for.
Yes, I imagine that was his true.
Whoever heard of a kid who actually liked...
I'm glad I was able to help you with your
I
research.
have.
You were an enormous help. If I find out anything.
So I've known plenty of people who have enjoyed learning. Orange soup sounds awful. And I'm willing to bet Rowan never pushed Lord Klein to get married, so... sexism at its finest.
Wait, is
The building where Klein's assassin was hiding? Yeah.
On Noctigal's orders,
Regardless, the responsibility for law.
why would you say?
it wasn't any of our.
But unfortunately, it is.
Yeah, I remember.
It's a highly lethal design used by Noct. It was an invention of a Russia. He employed those arrows in his battles, and they brought it.
Wait,
Yes, I was that tactician. Back then, I was known as the conductor, and care.
Now you've paid the...
Alvin.
No, he's absolutely. In the end, my abilities couldn't protect the one person I had sworn to keep.
I don't think that's how Klein viewed. Even in his last words, he wanted.
If he believed you were only good for killing.
Thank you, my friends. I still have much to do before I can fulfill Master Klein's last trick, but my regret cuts all the deeper for knowing my arrows took the life.
I'm pretty sure I don't have what these brats are asking for. Oh, or do I?
I brought more proof.
Oh, so we do.
How you like them peaches?
You're good. With this, you've proven that that cute pink thing can only be.
There's a law for them? They're super...
You
I
can't
hate
let them
these
beat
kids.
you.
Calm down, Jim.
How can I become a pro? You have to bring us something every pink. If you can do that, we'll. Okay, let's do.
I hate these kids. I forget if we have. No, we don't. But I still hate these girls. And again, I swear, the term pinkus just sounds like a racial slur. Oh, new equipment. Oh, nice. Event, no event list. That is taken care of. Wait, just came from there. How'd I miss those treasure? Well, that's right, because I think it kind of forced us out of that. Yeah, you know what? I don't really care. Yeah, I know we were technically just here, but you never know. Alright, let's look at... Alright, let's take a look around these other towns. I'm honestly really impressed at how long these life bottles last. Or holy bottles, that's what I meant to say.
So this is where they kept you, huh?
How long were you in here?
I'm not sure.
Really long, or kinda short. It was a blur.
What would have happened to you if we hadn't come along?
The big man always used to say that I should try and get along with the village so that maybe I could live here one day.
I'm sure he meant well by that, but you can't just ask a kid to live alone in some strange...
Especially when they're treating you like
a lot
shit.
of barrels here.
Don't drink from those! They're full of strange juice that makes you dizzy.
This is porridge wine. It's a type of liquor that glows in the dark. The longer it ferments, the mellower the taste and glow. After 10 years, it'll shimmer like the moon. That's why they call the top shelf version Moonlight.
You sure know a lot about it.
Naturally.
This flavor certainly is deep and rich. This may be one of the best things I've had.
Hey, that's stealing.
Don't worry. Something like this won't faze me. Oh, Nothing bad's gonna... Oh!
But it just did.
I just said it makes you dizzy.
It went straight to her legs.
I never would have guessed that was Maxwell's weakness.
Where were we going?
Yeah, because that makes sense.
If you'll excuse me, I think nature's calling.
Yuck. Thanks for the heads up. No need to keep us posted.
Lady Mila, welcome home! Your timing is impeccable.
Oh, wow. It really is Lord Maxwell.
I knew it the second I laid eyes on her.
Who are these people?
They came here looking for you. They claim to be acquaintances of yours.
Don't you remember us? We all played together when we were children.
Oh, of course I remember.
Are they the ones that gave you the glass bead?
That's right. We heard rumors of a village that worshipped Maxwell, and we came to see ourselves.
We really wanted to see you again.
Now that I think about it, I do recognize your faces. It was so good of you to come.
I'm pleased as well. Lady Mila doesn't get nearly as many
You guys should catch up. We can entertain ourselves for a while.
But
That would be great.
Maybe we could chat about the old days.
Go for it.
very well then. Come, let us...
I guess we'll just hang out at Ivor's house then.
Good idea.
Hey, you can't just invite yourself. Although, naturally, my house is always ready to receive visitors. Here, I'll prove it to you.
Wow, you really do keep this place tidy. What would you charge to clean my room?
It's all part of a handmaid's duties. And now I'll show you how a handmaid makes tea. It'll be just a moment. Don't go anywhere.
Thanks, but you really don't need to.
Just let him have this.
Oh, hi Mila. Back so soon?
Yes, we said all we had to say.
Don't tell me they confessed their true feelings for you.
In fact, they did.
Really?
Wait, hold on.
Don't worry, my path has not changed.
Yeah, I trust you.
All right, back to it then.
All right, twerps. Soon you'll be feasting your lips on... And you'd better appreciate it. Huh? Where'd they go? Ah, all that premium tea wasted.
Okay, that was just a dick move on our part. I wonder how that scene would play out if I was playing as Mila. Because, like, no, seriously, that was just rude. Like, it really was. Like, I know I know that we kind of basically use Ivor as a punching bag, and he is pretty damn annoying. I'm not gonna pretend he isn't annoying, but we're kind of being complete assholes too.
I'm home. Oh, thank goodness. No one's here.
What are you so afraid of? Isn't this your own house?
Shh. I left without telling my parents goodbye. If they see me, they're gonna be furious.
You got that right.
Mom!
How did you do that? There was no sign of anyone here at all.
Well, she is a martial arts master.
Leia, do you have any idea how worried we've been? Your father was bawling his eyes out.
I'm sorry.
Wait, please.
Master Sonia, Leia was only trying to help us.
Jude, Mila, you two should know better by now. If you let this child bend one rule in the morning, the world will be in chaos by noon.
I'm sorry.
I apologize.
Miss Sonia, I understand your anger, but rest.
That goes double for you. Keeping children well disciplined is your duty as an adult.
I know that voice actor.
Looks like all of you need a good stern lecture. Line up and attention. All right, you're dismissed. I'll let you up.
I never thought a lecture could go on this.
Personally, I found it oddly refreshing.
Trust me, it's a miracle that we got off this
You had better believe.
But Leia, doesn't this mean you won't?
No way! I don't care how mad.
Leia.
Well, you'd better. If you were to give up now, then you'd...
Mom?
I only scolded you because you left. If this is what you've just...
Thanks, Mom.
Thank goodness.
Everyone, my daughter may be a miscreant and a fool, but I'm counting on...
Oh, Mom! Don't get so...
Yeah, I definitely feel that the parental relationships in these games is very Japanese. Because I take issues with some of the positive depictions of what I would really argue is kind of abusive parenting or tyrannical parenting, you know? Being depicted as effective or, well, they do.
I'm home.
You're okay.
Of course he is. I've been with him the whole...
Jude, I need you to leave us alone.
How come?
Because I...
Because I'm a dick, that's why.
You know kids will rebel if you don't tell them what's up.
You're the one who'd be in trouble if I told him what's up.
Come now, you make it sound like I'm holding Jude hot.
Aren't you?
If anything, I'm protecting him from Exodus. Not to mention, we're friends that... Believe what you want. No skin off my... But you know, your son may be a lot more grown up than you realize.
I hate Jude's death.
He's just a child going through a rebellion.
Oh,
Isn't that the
get
phase that
fucked.
turns kids into adults?
Get
Maybe
fucked.
he's not there yet, but he ain't no child. Must be tough being sacrificing so many things for your family.
That's just how it works. I accept that.
You always were like that, Dr. Math. I can see why Jude became an honor student.
What were you talking about?
Just chatting about our old people diseases. Want the details?
No, that's okay. You and Dad have a right to discuss what you want to.
How very prudent of you. As always. Guess you still got some kid in him after.
Medicine, biology.
Never realized you liked...
Humans like to record all sorts of things. There's no better way to learn about the...
So it's your main... I always thought that the Lord of Spirits had the power to...
The concept of an omniscient deity is a common notion. Humans long for so much so that at times, they'll even sacrifice their lives for the mere idea of one.
Yep.
Never mind that humans only imagined such perfect beings to make up for their own imperfections.
You may be right.
At least, that's what I read in a book. Now, this handwritten book looks very intriguing. Jude Mathis, Developmental Diary.
Wait, what?
For some reason, it's been placed right next to Bedwetting Causes and Cures.
Come on, Mila, we don't have time for reading.
That was funny. We were just there. Although we now have like 2 quests in the mine, I think. Wait, do we? I know we got 2 sub-events. One was... Wait, what? Underway. Oh, in the... Okay, I'm in a... They're in a different mine. Which I can't fast travel to, so that might be something I have to do later. Alright, yeah, we're just gonna holy bottle our way to the end.
That's right, hurry! Now! Let's go! Roger! Ruination phase! Now!
Jude,
Finish that! That's 1!
Roger.
Igneous Crush! Final Gale! Ruination phase!
Grant me a power! Embrace fortitude!
Aerial fire! Lightning strike! I can still do better. It's not working? Strike! Now! Let's go!
Roger.
Final Gale!
Protect me, okay?
Now!
Let's turn the blade!
Now! Focus! That's 1!
Roger.
Aerial fire!
Jude, now's our chance.
Now!
Aw, that's it? I'm just getting started.
Thank you, thank you. Oh yeah, here's... Kept forgetting we could fast travel.
Step right up, everyone! Take a look at our marvelous, stupendous, world-exclusive talking duck!
Hello! My name is Hoppo. Will you all be my friends?
Whoa! How are you doing that? Is it ventriloquism?
Not at all. As you can see, we can talk at the same time!
Whoa! That's amazing! I want one! Mommy, I want one too! I'm sorry, we can't. Don't say that! Go on and buy me! I'll get you a discount!
Hey, you're not authorized to do that! But I guess it's too late to take it back now. Mom?
Oh, really?
Over here, I'll take...
Thank you!
I think I'll get one too.
Look! They're just like Tipo! They might really be my family!
I'm not so sure about this.
Let's wait and see what happens.
Not a bad tally for the day.
Come on, the boat's leaving soon.
Yeah, you'll probably want to get on board before those people find out you duped them.
What do you owe?
Duped? What do you mean?
You're using Echor to make the dolls talk, aren't you?
Record the script ahead of time so you can play it back and reel in your customers.
Simple and effective, and also quite underhanded.
But that means...
They're not really my family.
Hey, they still make sound. We're not duping anybody.
Spoken like a true con man.
We know Echor can only be used once, and that it loses its sound in a few hours.
So what if it does? Does it make you feel heroic to hassle merchants over stupid trifles like this?
Stupid trifles? Those kids trusted you, and you cheated that, even Elise.
It's okay.
Please, just stop.
Elise.
Assholes!
I'm sorry.
No, I'm just glad you cared that much about me.
Everyone, thank you for trying to find my family.
Don't worry about it.
That's what friends are for.
That's so nice. And so unlike you.
It wasn't all bad. I was happy to see how much everyone wanted dolls like Tipo. It just goes to show how cute he really is.
Great point.
Well...
Yeah, that must be it.
Key to High Road.
you told me that normally the 4th-grade spirits...
Yes?
No way! So how
I'm not sure how to answer that.
They're always with you, huh?
Interesting. So Elise may feel the same way about... When you put it that way, the way I've treated her seems quite insensitive.
What's wrong?
No, it's nothing. I can't afford to get swept up in sentiment at a time.
You know, still, I give her credit that she was able to be like, once she actually had something more accurate to compare it to, she did start to self-reflect. Man, I want to be clear, I very much like how Mila is written in this game. It does a good job of really exploring and showcasing someone who literally doesn't think like a regular person because they're not human. Quote,
That was a
unquote.
little too easy.
Yeah, we need a real challenge.
I'll heal you!
Let's go.
Attack me, okay?
That's one. Roger.
I'm ready!
Now, let's go. Roger. Ruination phase.
Open the covenant of darkness!
I will fulfill my mission, no matter what happens.
I figured I'd have to turn it in, but I couldn't, just wanted to be sure. Alright, let's get to... Oh. Oh, even more cutscenes and... Okay, cool.
You don't look so good. Maybe we should take a few days off.
No, I can't afford to do that.
Ooh, ow!
My, acute hiccup.
That sounds pretty serious.
Please!
Yes, please.
Very well. I'd hoped to get an early start tomorrow, but I...
Does your asperixis still hurt?
No, not as much as before.
Before? Before it was so bad that you passed out from the pain.
Without the asperixis, I wouldn't be able to stand, let alone walk in front. To me, there is no greater pain than having something to do and being Thanks to this, I can do what I have to.
How's Mila doing?
She's pushing herself too hard.
Mila's so composed that it's easy to forget sometime. But the fact is, she's making a difficult journey after suffering a terribly debilitating injury.
And taking it easy doesn't seem to be in her vocabulary.
No, it really does not.
If only there was some way to alleviate her pain. Even just a little.
Alcohol.
If only we had a heart herb.
Oh, of course. Heart herb.
Yeah. I learned about them in my pharmacology class. When used in aromatherapy, they're supposed to...
They're also rare. bordering on extinction. I wanted to get a heart herb for a special lady once.
I'm sure it won't be easy to find, but I want to try. For Mila's.
And I think one other thing I do like about Jude, and like really stood out about Jude when I first played this game, was, so again, at the time that I played this game, the other Tales games I had played was Symphonia, Abyss, Symphonia 2, and Vesperia.
Sorry, I wasn't able to speak with you.
And
earlier.
while I
I'm
can't
Carla
say
Outway.
that
It's lovely to
Yuri
meet
is
you.
an outright
I'm Mila.
moron,
A
and
pleasure to
Luke
meet you.
definitely had his share of an education,
Carla's a historian.
Lloyd
teacher.
was kind of an
That's very
idiot, and
admirable.
Emil was
Not at all.
not an idiot, but
And
he
how
wasn't
about you?
bright.
You won the tournament, right?
So it was very
That makes
interesting
Elise one of the
having a
youngest
Tales
winners
protagonist
ever.
at the time who was the smartest one in the
Remember
room.
what I told you about Master Hemming? He won his and until Elise showed up, his
And what about unofficial?
An astute question. Unofficially, the youngest person to win the tournament did. He was a young boy who fought his way to the final match alone.
Are you sure he wasn't a spirit?
No, of course he wasn't. His name was Erston Outway.
Oh,
Erston Outway? Is he related to you?
My brother. This happened 20 years ago.
But why wasn't his victory officially recognized?
Our father was the chief of the Outway tribe, but we were a small tribe, and the other tribes used their influence to change things the way. That's just how it was back then.
So you're saying his win was taken away?
Yes, it was his opponent's doing. He belonged to a tribe that was very close to the king.
20 years ago. That would place it before the dawn of Azure. Before the current king took the throne, the chiefs of several large tribes ruled alongside his predecessor.
Many people were killed back then, but our current king put a stop to that.
I see.
Anyway, I have an important errand to run. See you all again soon.
okay. I didn't realize that we already, like, this early in the
Imagine
game
having
heard
a
Erston's
hard-fought
name.
victory erased like that. I wonder how Carla's brother felt.
I used to be quite a martial artist myself. I defended my position as the army's... If it were me who was robbed like that, I'd have hunted down my opponent and...
Rowan?
So what would you do in that situation?
Me? I can't even imagine.
Yeah, so yeah, the Erston stuff is sadly some side quest things that I personally think are very necessary to get the full experience of this game. Specifically, who cares? Erston is the final boss of this game. And he's supposed to kind of be positioned as, like, morally, maybe not morally, but idealistically opposite of Jude, albeit they do respect each other, but you don't fully get that if you just play from the start of the game to the end of the game. And who am I supposed to
where
talk
are
to
we
get that
going
cutscene?
again?
Let's just calm
I'm
down
actually a
and
little
check our
annoyed.
objective.
There's clearly a cutscene in there, and it's not triggering. Oh, again, I guess I never came up here. Oh, now I'm a little pissed off. I might have one. That's morbid.
It's not working? Now!
Mage is going up first.
Strike! Strike! Now! Now! Swallow dance! Swallow dance! Swallow dance! Try water! Now! Hit! It's not working? Focus! Focus! Try win! Now! Hit! Strike! Now! Now! Beast! Not good. Not good. Healer! Healer! Not good. Not good. Strike! Now! Demon Fist! Hit! Whew.
Alright, I need to start picking them off. I can't just keep wailing on them as a whole.
All right! Strike! Now!
Did I just push him off the edge? I didn't know that was a thing I could do.
Beast! Beast! Demon Fist!
I imagine these bats might be a hair easy to deal with. Oh. I guess I can ring myself out. Oh well. Okay, well, that is going to be a we can worry about that at a later time sort of deal. Oh, brother.
Where were we going again?
Let's just calm down and check our objective.
Mom.
Oh no. I have to make a peach pie before Alfred gets back from boarding school. That boy just loves it, you know.
Is that right?
Of course, he's always been such a... Honestly, it makes me worry for his future.
Sounds like he takes after you.
Oh, and he told me in his last letter, I believe he said their names were Jude and Mila. That poor boy. He must be...
Don't worry. I hear he's taking good...
Oh, good. It's hard not being able to see him. But what can you do? As long as he's well? I mean that, okay?
Yes, I know.
Okay, we're gonna stick our head in here one more time and see if we can get that cutscene to trigger. Again, I'm a little annoyed that it doesn't appear to be. Nope, it's not it. Alright, carry on, my wayward son. Yeah, because I can clearly see there's that icon there on the map that there's a scene there. Yeah, I've already checked everywhere upstairs, and I physically can't get to anywhere that it... The only place it overlaps on the map is in the inn. And specifically, it looks like it should be where the innkeeper is standing, you know? And I can't get anywhere else.
Weird.
Yeah.
Maybe do a story thing, go back, and try again.
That's kind of where I'm at, yeah. So, oh, wait. Do I have... Did I pick up another... I did...
Oh, right, at the bottom there. Wait. Oh, it wasn't at the bottom. Hold on. Go back up.
Right.
There was something about
I need to
find
go
a
there,
hard
too.
herb, stay at the end.
Right. Right. I'm already in Jiaodu. So that probably is it, since I don't think I have a heart herb yet. Good catch, honey.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I haven't been to the Jiaogu Flood Meadows yet, so can't fast travel there. And even, well, you know what they say. If you're not sure where to go next, you can always consult the Book of Infinite Wisdom.
You're not Edgelord.
Yep.
Who the fuck are you?
I'm cheating.
Oh my god. On a stream? What's wrong with him?
Mon Highlands. Which is where I'm headed next for story reasons.
Am I lost?
No, it's snow. That's gonna, you know, that's going to shrink. You know, I actually kind of appreciate that there's an in-universe reason why there's like this canyon kind of desert place right next to a snowland with no like swamp or anything in between. That's something I do like about the world building of this world, is the spirit climbs, basically saying, yeah, the actual like weather and climate doesn't function like a real world because, yeah, no, it's just a little like this world is, I think, the proper level of explored but still kept vague because, you know, we're not playing this game to, you know, be a fantasy weatherman, but it adds an extra flavor to this world that's fun, that's not just your atypical, well, most video games have a swampland, have an ice level, so on and so forth, you know? So, it's nice. Because, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love games like Skyrim, but everything is just basically cold because it's supposed to be a fantasy version of Norway, you know? So, plus this is an anime JRPG, you can get away with more unrealistic things. Anyway, that is where we're going to end the stream for today. Abby and I were planning on doing an edgelord stream later today. And I do plan on doing morning streams the next 2 days as well. And then I will still have some more time off next week as well. Not as much as I did this week because I'm not getting as much time off for New Year's. But I should still be able to stream a bit more because I'm hopefully not going to have food poisoning next week. But yeah, I'm not sure when, but I'll see you guys then. Bye-bye.